The problem with Amino. Amino is a social media app that hosts thousands of individual communities based on different interests, similar to Google Plus when it existed. I stick around art and fandom communities, and in my year or so of using Amino, I have noticed one major flaw. Amino supports guilty until proven innocent, even when proof is provided. A common rule that you'll find in Amino art communities is that artists must provide proof of each drawing they make. This rule is implemented to prevent art theft. It sounds good on paper, but is actually very messy. Let's take a look at other social media platforms. There's DeviantArt and Furfinity, which are dedicated to art. There's Twitter and Instagram, which people use for art. None of these four websites requires you to provide proof that you made the things you post. Obviously, theft is not allowed, but these sites and most other sites believe in the fair concept of innocent until proven guilty. Even the art websites, because you should not accuse someone of stealing art and harass and bully them to give you proof unless you have direct evidence that they stole what they submitted. That is the problem with Amino. Even if it's not stated in the community guidelines, mods might still hide your post and bully you into adding proof. This has actually happened to me recently. I always check the rules of each community before I join to make sure they don't have any unfair bullshit nonsense. But after one of my posts got kind of popular in one community, I got a message that it had been disabled for not having proof. The problem is that I checked the rules like I always do, and there was nothing in them that said I needed to add proof that the art was mine. I even checked a second and third time. I gave the mod a link to my DeviantArt because that is all the proof they need. You would not find most of my art anywhere else online besides the upload to my DeviantArt, unless I shared it with a server on Discord or my Toy House first. And even then, that first post would still be the first online, and in that circumstance, you would not find the art anywhere else on the internet before that post. The mod told me that my DeviantArt somehow wasn't proof, and after a long discussion, I was basically bullied into adding pictures of my layers to post or risk it staying disabled and me being banned. It turns out the rule regarding proof was in a PSA that someone had posted, but the PSA had to be linked to me because I could not find it anywhere else even after searching for it. I told the mod that this wasn't fair since that PSA was not linked in the guidelines, and I requested that they added it to the guidelines so that newcomers could see it. Obviously, if someone doesn't read the rules, that's their fault, but I always read them because I have legit run into communities with rules like no OCX canon or no Mary Sue OCs. So I know for a fact that some amino communities have really stupid rules. The only good thing I can say about that experience is that mod was polite. They weren't mean or anything. But that was an abuse of power because that rule was not listed anywhere in the guidelines and it was so hard to find it that I had to be linked to it. This is the mindset of guilty until proven innocent. There are plenty of videos on YouTube where people talk about how they were accused of stealing their own art and harassed and bullied into providing proof that the art was theirs. This doesn't happen on any other art website, because most people have the common sense to know that if you don't have proof of someone stealing, then you can't say they're a thief. I have already explained why linking the submission on my DeviantArt to the mod was 100% proof, and that I shouldn't have been forced to provide more proof. So let me explain how this rule of provide proof doesn't even work at all. Basically, you're told by some to watermark your art. You're told by more to also watermark your proof. But if my watermark is on my art isn't proof enough that I own it, then how the fuck is that same watermark on my proof shot evidence that I own the proof? Don't you think if someone stole a piece of art and put their watermark on it, they would also put their watermark on the proof? What is stopping someone from stealing my art and also the proof? Even if both are watermarked, they can just say that's their name. It just doesn't make any sense. You should not bully someone into showing screenshots of their layers. Even if that screenshot is watermarked, it can still be stolen and used as proof by someone else. It is an invasion of privacy. If you don't think someone owns what they uploaded, then you should try to find proof that they stole it. An easy way to do that is to do what I do when conventing art thieves. Find the original upload, ask the thief if they stole it. If they say it's theirs, then confront them with the original, thus proving they stole the art. If you cannot find the art uploaded anywhere else, then it's unlikely to have been stolen. This is because art thieves usually target popular artists. They will do a quick Google search and find a nice image to steal. If you can't find the results for the stolen work in the first 3 pages of a Google search, then it's probably not stolen. There's also a stupid thing that people say, which is if someone has changing art styles in their gallery, then they're a thief. I've been accused of theft so many times because people say that all of my images are in different art styles. People, an artist's style can change. It changes as you grow and develop. It can even sometimes change one piece after the other. There's also people who like to draw in the styles of fandoms they like. The art style I use for Sonic OCs is not the same as the art style I use for furry OCs. This is literally proven in the speed paint on your screen right now, in which I redesign a Sonic OC into a furry OC just by changing the style and like 2 details. Back to amino. I would like to point out that only one of my images was targeted, while the other 3 or so, I don't remember how many they were left alone, though none of my posts contain proof. The one that was targeted only had a few more likes than the others. This made me so fucking suspicious. What if that mod was only forcing me to give proof for that one drawing because they wanted to steal that drawing and the proof? You can have completely different usernames and profiles in different communities. I would not be surprised if that person took my proof and my drawing to a different community, used my name, and is now pretending to be me. I don't have proof that that has happened, so of course I won't try to bother them about it, and I'm also not stating what community this was or who the mod was, as they're probably a child and children are stupid. The point of this video isn't to direct hate at anything, but I genuinely think this rule of proof needs to die. No other art website does this. This rule is based on the idea of guilty until proven innocent, which is a backwards mindset, and it leads to bullying and harassment. I've been lucky to only have mods force me to give proof and not have gotten hundreds of people calling me a thief unjustified. But like I said before, other people on YouTube have been hardcore harassed. Someone have even left amino because of it. The rule is unfair. No one should be forced to show you their layers or even worse, their sketch. It's an invasion of privacy. It's sensitive information, and even with the watermark, it can be stolen. That is all for this video. Let me know your opinions below, and the mango is out.